look, hey, you know, these are tricky.
That is tricky. Oh, ich verstehe nur Bahnhof. Das kommt aus Deutschland.
What?
Yeah, I only understand train station. It means you're talking gibberish. I don't understand a word you're saying. It's from Germany.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Fair play to you. Okay, so you did study German.
I got one.
You know you're German. Great. Yeah.
Wherever they're playing in the next 6 months. So
if you could see a band that was like doesn't, I mean, a musician that isn't alive, I suppose, or to speak to even, let's say, not necessarily see live.
So, like, I probably sound like a broken record about this man, but like, I just love Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
I saw him live in Sligo once, and I saw him with my parents live in Sligo, and it was such a good gig, like a very influential gig on me, I believe. And
amazing you got to see him.
And obviously, what a man, like what an individual to have a conversation with as well would be something else. Although they say don't meet your heroes, you know.
True.
You never know.
So please welcome to the show, the amazing, the wonderful Dubh Lee.
Charlie's looking good lately. Back on the carousel with me. I'm so alone and it feels like hell. You find me on the carousel.
Welcome. I hope you like that intro. You were laughing there, so I was thinking, maybe I messed something up, you know, because I did a little bit of my own writing in there as well, in between all the research I've been doing.
I know I was actually super flattered. I was, I thought that was really lovely. So thank you very much.
That's great to hear. You know, sometimes I get a little bit worried, and I'm just like, I hope I'm praising the artist enough or giving them enough merit, or because you know the way you have to always write your own EPK, and you have to explain yourself almost to the media what you perceive yourself as.
I know, it's a pain in the hole. Like,
Is it?
It is. No, it's really embarrassing because to kind of have to big up yourself. I always found it tough anyway. Yeah. Really? So that was really nice. I'm probably going to steal what you said and use it from now on.
I'll email it to you later. Just remind me, I might forget. But it's interesting because I'm only starting to kind of get to know you over the last year, really. We met Crystal Skull Sessions a couple of years ago. You weren't able to make the final, which is a shame. You probably would have won the bleeding thing.
Ashtap.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, the lads who won Slacker Symphony won that time.
Did they? Yeah.
They won that because I was on the same night as them for the Heat, and then I couldn't make the final. But I didn't know Ed at the time. You know Ed that has the show on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was interviewed on that radio station a few times. I can't remember what the name of it is now, but it's in Coolak.
From Slacker Symphony.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I know him, but I didn't know he had a show.
He has a show on. What is it called? One of the community radio stations, and it's based in Coolak.
Oh, great. Okay.
But anyway, I since then I got to know Ed, and they're lovely, and they totally deserved it as well. Great band, like, you know.
I guess you meet a lot of great musicians because you obviously gig around Dublin a lot, right? And did you gig to a lot of those open mic nights and stuff? Were you big into that stuff?
Oh yeah, sure. I was like, as in even Sinead is where I met a lot of a lot of friends that I still go out drinking with or go gigging with around the open mic scene to this day. So Sinead's Monday night open mic
with Russell,
with Russell, actually,
awesome.
that was where I kind of started. That was the first one I came to when I moved to Dublin, and then I would always have gone to the Zodiac sessions and Burke's on a Monday as well. After a while, I started going to Burke's on a Monday, which is adjacent to Whelan's, and it's like just a wonderful. Wonderful kind of, it's not really an open mic, it's more because it's all acoustic, but it's just a wonderful collection of people. People will harmonise with each other or sometimes improvise things with each other. And then, everybody goes dead silent sometimes, it's just, I actually can't wait until that starts happening again.
Yeah.
Which camera is on? Which one do I look at?
You're not allowed to look at any of them.
I don't look at the, okay.
No, you're not allowed to.
I ignore them.
Only I may look at the cameras. That's the rules. Did you read the terms and conditions?
Oh, no.
No?
I think I missed that part in the email. God damn it.
You know what? It's fine.
I have to call you out on something that you did wrong.
Oh, my God.
So it's Tsunami... oh, my God. I can't even say it. It's tsunamistudiosdublin.com.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, oops. Oh, Jesus. That's mad.
The lads were making funny.
Oh, Jesus. I knew I did something wrong because I saw Adam's face change a little bit behind the camera, and I was like, oh, I did something wrong there. So I'm glad you brought that up because the guys actually just set up that website. So it'd be a shame if people obviously went to the wrong place.
Tsunamistudiosdublin.com.
.com. Great. Smart move doing .com, guys.
A wonderful studio.
To Ireland.
Exactly, yeah. And it's a really, really nice studio. So if anybody's checking it out.
Well, I'm glad you corrected. If anyone is to correct me I'm glad it was you.
Okay.
I really am glad it was you. You gave it to me softly. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't harsh or anything. So thank God it was publicly done as well. So the guys will leave me alone hopefully after this. But great, like we're used to doing the Zoom chats, right? I think we had like 2 Zoom chats. We had like a interesting Zoom gig as well. I think it was Halloween.
Yeah.
Which, do you know, but I really do appreciate the fact that you make the effort and you wanted to come on to these little things that I was doing over the lockdown and stuff. Like that was really cool. Obviously having your transmission festival was amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
Like that was awesome. Even having a chat with you, just having a smoke in the smoking area and stuff like that.
I don't smoke. My mother's watching. I don't smoke.
No, I was smoking. I was the bad influence. yeah. I was blowing smoke in your face. It was just really nice. It was a little bit of sense of reality. When was the last? You did another 2 live streams as well over the summer.
I did a few bits. The last thing I did before the end of last year, in December, I did a show. It was called Après Palooza. It was like mini Castle Palooza, basically the same organisers of the Castle Palooza festival, but it was only a 15 person audience, you know what I mean? And lots of other artists that are kind of doing well at the moment. I think I Draw Slow were on directly after me, and David Keenan and Junior Brother did it, and Alvaretti. But that was my last live show, and it was in Jolie's Bar in Tullamore. And that was lovely, yeah. And then I did the Five Lamps Arts Festival, which is was more of a pre-recorded thing. And like I did Fluttertones
Monday Club.
Just
there on Monday.
Just there. And then I did one in February for their International Women's Day. So that was nice. But then at the same time, you're heading into the venue, you know, to do it, and it's not the same, you know. It's not the same as
there's no buzz.
Well, not as much of a buzz. Like, anyway, it was lovely because the other artists were there. Say on Monday just gone by, it was the other artists and the crew, and so we knocked the crack out of each other like in between sets and stuff like that. But like with this good news that's come this evening, even
apparently something's happening. I didn't even get the full report. So we've got really sloppy journalists.
So what I think, I didn't realize like last week it was, or was it? Whenever the announcement was made, it was like there won't be any live music from June 7th.
That was like a couple of days ago, I think.
Yeah, and so obviously there was uproar, and like I agree, because like how much space does one musician with a guitar in the corner of a pub really take?
100%.
Like, and you're static when you're performing for the most part. Yeah. You're not moving around, you're not mixing with people. It doesn't make sense that schools are back and every other type of, you know, business can be back, as in I can go get my eyebrows done. There's somebody like
right in your
directly in your face for like 20 minutes, you know. So I was real, obviously, and also my livelihood, I was kind of like, when like this is a bit of a joke, what am I supposed to do after June 7th, you know? But so I only heard now when you said it that there you go. It will be allowed.
Hear it here, that was first, announced, guys, on Transmission TV. Hear it here first, right?
So that was announced today by the government at some point, though.
Allegedly.
That's it was because I was on the bus. That's why I didn't hear it. Allegedly, I'm gonna have to check it out.
I'm still giving you alleged because I don't know the full story. Like, you know what I mean? Because you hear stuff like, it's just, we heard something there a few days ago, and then we're hearing this now. Yeah. And then it's just like, I just don't know anymore what to believe and what to think and what to. So I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but it's great conversational topic stuff, you know, because obviously we're promoting music here, and so it'd be nice for it to be like the truth that it's actually opening up. But when was the last real gig you did? Like, when was the last like real gig? You know what I mean? Like before the
cover, like as in, you know what? There's this market called the Green Door Market that is in Bluebell, and it's a farmers market. And Saturday before last, I did a 2-hour cover set, but I was standing just outside the market. But like that was kind of like what it felt kind of like how my cover gigs would feel. You're, as in the soul. How do I say this? Like, as in you're basically, you have to be on the ball for 2 hours, paying attention, performing. You know what I mean? So that felt close enough to a real.
Was it with a solo, or did you do it with a band?
Oh, just myself. Myself and a guitar. I just got a new busking amp, which is a Roland Street Cube. It's actually Roland Cube Street.
Nice.
But that sounds wrong when you say it that way around.
Roland, if you're looking to sponsor something, by the way,
please sponsor me. Please give me money.
No, give me money, not you. All right, give us, but we'll split it. Interesting stuff. So reading back to sort of your history, really interesting. Like that you started off. It took you a while to sort of be the lead singer, right? To be tell us about I just love to ask you what was that kind of transition? It was in Germany, I believe, right? That you sort of something clicked, or like tell us about that moment. I'd love to know.
Well, what it was when I was 15 or 16, and like, I was figuring out that I was enjoying being a guitarist and stuff like that, and so a couple of girls in my town asked would I play guitar for them, and so from that point on I was like, sweet, as in I enjoyed playing guitar. I hated singing at the time because I hated the sound of my voice. but I would just chime in with backing vocals when they were needed, and I find singing BV's like handy. You know what I mean? I listened to like a lot of Leonard Cohen growing up, and he always has like loads of gorgeous backing vocalists doing. So I found it very easy to pick out harmonies and that sort of thing. But I wonder, is that picking up the jingle off my bracelet?
It probably
anyway,
is.
Probably.
Don't worry.
But anyway,
it'll add a little bit of a tune to your chat.
So then, like, same things through uni. I kind of was just always kind of filling the backing vocalist role because I was like performing with a girl, Della, who has an amazing voice. You know, just gorgeous voice. And it wasn't until I moved to Germany, and I kind of didn't. I moved there on my own. I didn't have any friends. It took a while before I could make any kind of musical acquaintances or whatever, but I was dying to go back to gigging. So the Irish pub in my town, of course, the Irish pub offered me a gig, and I kind of just had to cop on and like, what's the word, like sack up? Is that is that rude to say? Like
step up,
step up. That's a nicer way to say it. Had to step up and kind of go, fuck it, okay, I'm going to sing. I'm going to take all the brunt of the attention on myself, which is an intimidating thing when you're starting out, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you're more exposed, right, as a singer?
Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah. I even found it difficult, even when I was used to singing, after a while, after a year or two, when I would be having to do it without a guitar in my hands, that felt super.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah, used to having the kind of, like, the support, you know what I mean?
What songs did you start off singing, like, on your own?
So, let me see. I think it was like, there was all sorts of silly things, like I think No Diggity was part of my early cover playlist, you know what I mean?
It has to be there.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great tune.
For a cover project, yeah.
And then like I had picked up a couple of covers of like Sex Bomb by Tom Jones, and
Tune.
Dead Flowers is another early one by the Rolling Stones, and then that song Cocaine that I still perform to this day, off of a boyfriend of mine at the time from Tala, who had just like great musical taste and was always showing me stuff. So I would be playing all sorts of stuff like that. And then, yeah, the other thing that happened after a while in Germany of me just performing around is that this guy found me, who went on later to be my boyfriend. But anyway, he found me, and he was a fantastic guitarist himself, and he knew a bunch of guys who were also musicians. So we started this rockabilly group. So it was double bass, mandolin, 2 guitars, and harmonica. And we just started like doing music on the street around Limburg, which is the town that I lived in. And like, we were doing it basically unamplified, so I had to absolutely project my voice in order for it to carry to the passers-by. And then I realised that not only like can I sing, but I can actually sing with power. Like it's just that I hadn't had to or tried to before, you know? So like, yeah, basically after that year when I came back, I was like, fuck this, I'll just do my own thing now, you know?
Amazing. What didn't make you stay? Like what brought you back to Ireland then?
I was studying. That's, I had a year in Germany and I was teaching.
It was an Erasmus, is it?
No, it wasn't quite an Erasmus. I was over there to work, and I didn't study while I was there. I went over, I taught English for a year in a private school, in an all-girls school, which was lovely. And I taught English for the year, and yeah, obviously part of the point of it was to learn German while I was there. Yeah. So, and I did actually. I came back with a fairly good standard of German. But obviously when my year was up, I had to come back and finish my degree. So I did my 4th year of my degree after that back in Maynooth. And then I moved to Dublin and started working in offices and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good crack.
That's great. You have something to fall back on anyway.
Oh yeah, I have all the finance.
In COVID times, you know.
I can speak German still, so you know, if...
We're going to test you later, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to specifically test your German, but we're going to test your
Ich habe kein Deutsch seit ewig gesprochen. I think Michael Arbeiter is watching, and he's German, as far as I know.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Huge supporter of the independent scene.
Yeah.
And I was born in Berlin.
No, I didn't know that. No way.
Not a lick of German on me, right? But I was 6 months old when I moved here. But I want to see the city as an adult.
I lived there for a year in Germany. I mean, in fucking Limburg and Erlangen, but I never took the time to just take a train up as far as Berlin. Okay. So I'd love to go myself as well.
Yeah, we'll do a trip together.
Do a transmission trip.
That would be amazing.
Bring the show over to
on tour.
That'd be deadly. Yeah.
Actually, guys, delete this footage. I don't want anybody finding taking ideas from me here now. This is what it's like. I always keep the ideas secret until they come out. So awesome. Let's get some performances up. So this is a performance Niamh did a couple of weeks back. I actually don't know which song we're going to play but we're just going to play the song and see which one it is, and then we'll know.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, it's a surprise. I forgot to get that information.
Let's go.
Realists.
Oh, deadly.
It just came into my head by magic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It just telepathically went in there. So
nice.
Enjoy, guys. All right. Welcome back, guys. That was Realists by Dubh Lee, and we're joined by the awesome Dubh Lee herself. So tell us about the name.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So my real name is Niamh Dooley, as some of you know, I'm sure. And Dooley as Gaeilge is Dubh Leach, so Niamh ní Dubh Leach. And Dubh Leach means black hero or black warrior or whatever, which is pretty badass. But I just took the Dove part of Dubh Leach and the Lee part of Dooley, and I stuck them together. So Dubh Lee.
Awesome.
I kind of wanted to, like, I didn't want to be Niamh Dooley. I had a stage name before, which was Miami Donkey, if anybody remembers.
Miami Donkey.
Miami Donkey. Because when you would write my name in predictive text on a T9, like Nokia old phone, Miami Donkey would come out, basically.
You know, Lee in Gaeilge, I believe, means healer. So black healer.
That's cool.
There you go.
Is that what that means? Okay.
I googled it. I had to Google it because I was going to ask the question. I was like, oh, let's just know if there's actually something behind this, or is it just all just...
No,
gibberish,
like, I wish it was that deep, but it's basically just based on the surname. And like, kind of, I was like, that sounds kind of bluesier than your average Niamh Dooley.
Yeah.
Dubh Lee does.
Well, it's good to have a stage name, you know what I mean? It's good to have that separation. Do you find yourself like a sort of a split as sort of your own personal self, like the Niamh part and then the Dubh Lee as the performer? Sometimes it's good to have that separation. Do you feel that strongly?
I do. I think more so. Okay, maybe lately it's just because I haven't been performing as much and the lines aren't as clear. But I definitely used to just turn into a very cocky, different sort of person when I'd pick up when a microphone would be in front of me. So yeah, definitely a like more confident persona, probably as Dubh Lee, you know.
Just like some of your heroes, I guess, as well, right?
Yeah.
On stage and
just trying to be cool as fuck, like, you know what I mean? And feel I definitely feel cool as hell.
I guess it's within the genres that you play as well, right?
Yeah.
You know, being kind of in blues and you kind of have to be sort of like
suave and
there has to be a suave to it,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Exactly, like, and I do feel a bit more like that when I am feckin' being my Dubh Lee self, you know?
Yeah, it's awesome. Guys, I forgot to mention once again, this is just going to keep happening. And the guys made a sign. I was literally getting onto this point, guys, I swear. Isn't that funny? There is a Q&A. There's always a Q&A, guys. I'm going to tattoo it on my forehead if I feck it up again, which I probably will, so it's going to happen, right? There's a Q&A. This is the Q&A segment. You are able to ask our guests any questions. The Q&A happens after each performance, but why would I expect you guys to remember? I can't even feckin' remember the bleeding thing. So my apologies. Throw in your questions, any comments. I'm going to have a read through them now. We got a couple already anyway. Viking Promotions, I'd only love to go to Germany again. Michael Arbeiter, definitely yes to a tour through Germany. Viking Promotions says, beautiful track. And Michael Arbeiter's laughing. Great stuff. I hope you're laughing at me because I deserve that. Guys, pop in your messages. I'm going to read them out now to Niamh as well while we have a little bit of a chit chat. So tell us, if there was only one band that you could pick, like, to exist, Hendrix or Zeppelin, which one would it be?
Oh my God, if I were to choose between the pair of them.
Yeah, because I know you get a lot of your influences from that sonically, like on guitar.
Jesus.
That was such a douchey question.
Man,
My apologies.
okay, if I had to erase one from existence.
It's all for like entertainment purposes, but I'm putting you on in an awful spot
well,
here.
like, yeah, I suppose I'd have to go for Led Zeppelin.
Would you, yeah?
Yeah.
So Lemon Song was the song that kind of inspired you quite a bit, right?
Yeah, oh man, like, sorry, I said this on Monday actually at my other event, but like, basically the Lemon Song, as in my single Carousel, it's like a bit of a rip-off of the Lemon Song.
Let me guess, you tuned it down a little bit.
Oh, well, what it was is I really enjoy singing the Lemon Song, and I was aware of that, and it's like, just, obviously it's in your pentatonic minor scale, my voice like sliding around in that scale, and it's got this chromatic riff that's really fun to play, so it's like, you know, from a guitar and singing perspective, it's just one of my favorite things to play, because you can be a little bit more intricate than just strumming your chords. And then the singing of it is just great crack. So I was like, I want to write a song like that makes me feel that good, and that it's also is mine. But I just kind of rewrote a similar kind of chromatic lick or whatever, different subject matter that's perfect, personal to me, obviously. Mm-hmm. But you know, you got the kind of chromatic guitar lick. It's all blues. It's all handy. But then it's a full tone lower. So Lemon Song is in E. I perform Carousel in D, and I tuned the guitar to drop D in order to make the riff.
I think it's a fantastic tune.
Thank you.
And I don't think there's anything, like, I think it's great that you're bringing back that sound. Do you know what I mean? It's not very common in the Irish music scene.
No.
It's not very common for a female
Probably
to perform songs like that, which actually makes you stand out quite a bit as well. I think it's awesome.
That's cool. Hopefully it does make me stand out more.
No, it does. And
Give me gigs.
Brilliant.
Give me gigs. I need them.
We'll
Come on.
get you gigs. We'll get you gigs, right? We'll talk about gigs later.
Gigs.
We're going to talk about gigs later. Look, everyone's getting excited. Everyone's going to be jumping now. Give me gigs, give me gigs, give me gigs. I've already got my top 10. Of like who I want if I was to do a festival.
Who do you want to see? Like,
I'm not going to tell you now.
Okay, this is later.
This is later. This is like... Okay, I don't have it all. It's written in pencil. I haven't penned it yet. You're definitely in there. Don't worry.
You were asking what Irish independent artist you'd like to see. Like you were asking everybody.
Yeah.
So I think the Scratch would be, as in the Scratch have sold out loads of their shows now.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, they're really good.
Doing really well
I think
lately.
They'd probably go. And the energy at their shows is just crazy. And I'm pretty sure they're like still independent unless anybody's snatched them up.
I'd be surprised if they hadn't been snatched up already.
Not sure what's going on with them in that regard anyway, but yeah. Definitely want to see Scratch. But they're all sold out, fecking everywhere in Dublin as far as I know for the next, wherever they're playing in the next 6 months. So
if you could see a band that was like, that like doesn't, I mean, a musician that isn't alive, I suppose, or to speak to even, let's say, not necessarily see live.
So like I probably sound like a broken record about this man, but like I just love Leonard Cohen.
Yeah,
I saw him live in Sligo once, and I saw him with my parents live in Sligo, and it was such a good gig, like a very influential gig on me, I believe. And
amazing you got to see him.
And obviously, what a man, like what an individual to have a conversation with as well would be something else. Although they say don't meet your heroes, you know.
True.
You never know.
Yeah.
But probably that fella, or is anybody else like? Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody, but I'll probably leave and be like, I would have loved to have said X or Y. But anyway, you know.
Bren says, great bass line on Lemon Song too. Bren, you should listen to Carousel if you haven't yet. Bren's my roommate. He's also the bassist in the Bowie band we play and a load of different projects we do together.
Carousel also has a very nice bass line that was written by David Griffin from New Secret Weapon. So check that out and compare it, Bren. You might like it.
Go on, Bren. Because Bren's a bassist, so he'll know a little bit, I think. But Carousel. So it's the only song we have of you on Spotify, really, which is a shame.
At the moment,
what's going on? What's your relationship with Spotify? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
Oh,
it's a mixed kind of thing on it, right? Some musicians don't like it.
Like I think I've made to date probably about 30 quid off Spotify streams. You know what I mean? So not a huge amount.
Which is a lot, probably compared to what others are making, right?
Yeah, but feckin', I don't know. Like, I wish we didn't all have to go through this bottleneck of, Apple Music, Amazon, and Spotify to make music available to everybody. And I wish using sites like SoundCloud and Bandcamp was more so the norm, because obviously the artist gets a larger share of the profits. But like, also, I can't blame your average music consumer for subscribing to a service where you can literally listen to anything, you know?
Yeah. If it's not them, it's the record company as well.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's kind of like there's always someone kind of gatekeeping almost.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Like, yeah. So like, I'm going to continue releasing music via Spotify.
Awesome. Are we getting an EP? Did I hear somewhere?
So I am currently waiting to hear back about a grant. And I was supposed to hear back in like by around by now, but awesome. They've just said they need a few more weeks because of the huge volume of applications that they've received. I think it was the same last year with all the grants. But if I get the grant, that will go towards funding a 4-track EP. And even if I don't get the grant, I'm going to just go ahead and bear the cost, and maybe I'll do a little fundraiser, GoFundMe, something like that.
I think you probably get the grant. It's good you had Carousel released as well not too long ago. Yeah, so you have that to kind of.
I think that will help with my case, you know. And also I have I've been staying strong on the YouTube game, trying to.
I know, it's great. Yeah, you're doing great on that as well.
Trying to put out.
You prefer that over like doing other musical stuff.
Like when I start a YouTube video or like a new concept, or it becomes this kind of all-consuming thing for 2 or 3 days, and it's I think when I start a project like that, I just can't, I'm just get super focused on it, and so it's actually really exhausting, but then you come out with like a cool end result, you know what I mean?
And it's great because it sounds great, and then it's presented so well, right? You even do a great thumbnail on it as well.
Yeah.
It looks like proper YouTube content, what you'd expect to see professionally, so
exactly.
you are doing it really well, and you can see with people reciprocating as well, it's going well.
Yeah,
so
exactly. The YouTube account is definitely going well. And I really enjoy that. I enjoy doing the graphic design aspect, and you know, as in most of them are shot on my camera from my phone. So you're kind of working. I have to work with limitations, but those limitations can sometimes end up in something quite interesting. You know what I mean? So like that Leonard Cohen cover of Everybody Knows That I did was with a projector and my phone camera, and my phone camera wasn't handling the projector correctly, and so it was you could see the wavelengths of light were getting split up, and so there was like multicolored lines through the video that was captured and stuff. But I thought it made it look really kind of cool, and the video was degraded a bit or dated, which is great because it's an old school song, and the footage I was using in the background was all like old footage. So yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, I've definitely been working with limitations. I do enjoy the YouTube thing, but I realized after a month of putting out videos every week that like I'm not paying attention to anything else. I wasn't writing new songs. I was more worried about getting the video out every week, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of just said I'd ease off on it and just do a video a month or so.
It's a lot of work to be a musician. I mean, the amount of stuff, if you're on your own especially, like the amount of stuff you potentially can do, right? There's the YouTube game, there's the Spotify game, there's the just writing a lot like in bulk, but then like you're omitting the social media part, and then it's the networking, and then it's like pretending to care about a manager that's like, or somebody that's, you know, a promoter or whatever, and you have to deal with people that you might necessarily like. The honest truth, like, you know, you do.
There is so much, like,
unfortunate, like there's a lot of that.
There's tons that you have to kind of learn to do if you want to do it the independent route, you know. Absolutely.
Yeah, but fair play to you. I mean, I think you're doing fantastic, and I've taken a liking to your music and yourself as a person since I first kind of met you. As in most of my last year, really, at Transmission Festival. It was great getting to know you, and it's awesome. So really happy that we finally got to have a chat. It's never enough time. Yeah, it's never enough time for this stuff. So.
And I actually really appreciate it as well. I really enjoyed. Transmission Festival was great, and I was just dying. Obviously, all throughout lockdown, just dying for opportunities and gigs, and so I could always look to Damaris to give me a go on any of your events.
Thank God we're off the Zoom stuff now. Jeez.
Yeah, that was tiring.
Yeah. Do you remember the
Zoom gig, the Halloween gig? I just couldn't. My sound was terrible. It was awful.
You're so amazing. Like you're the patience on you as well. And I was like, oh God, I was like, I felt so bad for you. You know, I was like, oh shite, because I didn't care about my show. I was just like, whatever, but I was like, I felt bad for you. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, I didn't mean to put her. Why did I put her in this situation? I should have not done this. It was bad. Look, let's move on to this. So I asked you what was kind of your interest and stuff like that, and you told me you like languages, etymology, right? Yes. The study of the history of languages,
the roots of words,
and stuff like that. So we decided to design a lovely little kind of fun game. We like to do that to make it a little bit more interesting, because interviews can get a little bit, whatever. So this will really pop out. And anyway, I'll stop talking. Hito, what do we have?
Catchphrase.
Nah, I don't know what our words really are.
I've nothing to do with this, all right?
Make them up. No one knows what we are saying, but it's fun to sing it anyway. No one knows what we are saying, but it's fun to sing it anyway. Anyway. They'll make them up.
There you go. This is Dubh Lee's Meridian Idioms. I want to give a big shout out to Kev Laurier, who always tunes in as well, by the way, and supports us and musicians, has been supporting for a year, doing these online things. But he suggested a lot of these. He's big into languages as well. I think he speaks 7 languages. So I asked him to thing. So anyway, what's the story? Should I just explain what is actually going on, or should we just kick into it? I should probably explain. Oh, here we go. Oh, I didn't have to say anything. So idioms from different cultures around the world will be translated into English. So we have to guess which country they're from. Bonus point if you can guess their meaning.
Cool.
You excited about this?
Can't wait.
All right, I think you're going to be pretty good at this.
I hope so.
I don't
make a fool of myself if I'm not.
Well, don't worry. I'm always we planned this, so I'm always the bigger fool.
Okay.
So don't worry.
Good.
Contrast is going to be fine. All right, so we're answering these together, so we get an answer each or whatever. So we have to guess, first of all, which country this is from. So to drown in a glass of water I'll let you go first. What country do you think that's from? What do you think it means?
To drown in a glass of water. Probably like Russia or somewhere.
Think it's in Russia?
I think it could be Russia. To drown in a glass of water. To drown in a glass of water. And I think, can I say what I think it means?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So like, I think it means to be easily overwhelmed.
Wow, that's a good guess. I think I'm going to struggle with the guesses. I'm blank. Sometimes my mind just blanks. I think it is from to drown in a glass of water. It sounds like something that would have been said in France, actually. Yeah, it's definitely French. I'm getting French vibes off that one. And it means when you actually... I haven't got a bleeding breeze, guys. Honestly. I honestly could. When you think something is problematic, but it's not. Ooh, Spain was my second option.
Closer than me anyway, actually.
Pyrenees were separating the countries. Yeah. Just the mountain range, but anyway.
Fairly spot on.
So do you want to pronounce that in Spanish there?
No, like me no hablo español. Ahogarse en un vaso de agua.
Deadly.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. I actually studied Spanish in school.
Me gustan los hombres con barba. That means I like men with beards.
Muy bien.
To make a mountain of a molehill, I suppose it's kind of like being overwhelmed, isn't it?
Yeah. This kind of thing as well.
Yeah, similar.
Like,
yeah. Pretty sweet.
Both got it right, did we?
Yeah.
1 point each.
Deadly.
Okay. Oh no, we didn't. We just got the.
Well, we get half a point, isn't it?
Yeah, we get half a point each.
Okay.
Great. Okay, fantastic. Great. Next one up. And guys, you can guess in the comments. I'm not going to be watching the comments. I'm putting the camera.
Nice teeth are a proof of no friendship. Right. Nice teeth are a proof of no friendship. Italy. I think this.
You think it's an Italian thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say Finland.
Okay. And
we're really going European countries here. Maybe we shouldn't. Anyway.
Don't show no. Haiti.
Oh wait. We didn't
guess what it meant. But to be fair, it was fairly straightforward. Like, as in, if you don't go out having the crack, you'll have nice teeth. But like, if you do go out having the crack, you'll have crap teeth, but you'll have good friends.
Yeah, I forgot the thing, so let's just move on.
Haiti, I would never have gotten that.
That was very random. Oh yeah, that's kind of obvious.
Oh, just because that's not what I thought it meant. Just because a person smiles at you does not mean he's your friend.
That's a fair point.
Okay.
That's a very good lesson, actually.
That's it.
That's a good one. Well, look, hey, these are tricky.
That is tricky. Oh, ich verstehe nur Bahnhof. Das kommt aus Deutschland.
What?
Yeah, I only understand train station. It means you're talking gibberish. I don't understand a word you're saying. It's from Germany.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Fair play to you. Okay, so you did study German.
I got one.
You know you're German. Great. It all sounds like Greek to me. Well, that sounds like it's in English. Like it's supposed to be in English.
Hold on. Which one are we doing here, lads?
Or maybe that was
this
the answer,
one.
was it? Did Keith mess up there, did he? Keith,
it's all Greek to me is the Bahnhof one. Sorry.
That's the next one. Okay, so you could pick him up with a teaspoon. That's hilarious.
This man is very skinny.
Yeah, but wait, which country?
Which
man is very skinny? Okay, Jesus.
So like a document, I'm laughing here. Okay, so you could pick him up with a teaspoon. Where do they use spoons historically?
Everywhere.
Teaspoons specifically though. Asia? China?
You go for China?
I'm saying China.
I'm going India.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I'll say
France. Je ne parle pas France.
I'd say he's very it's a sensitive person. Pick him up with a teaspoon. He's very sensitive, he's in bad shape.
Yeah. Very thin.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily thin.
That's actually
in bits.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting one. France.
How many of these are there? There's 10, is there? Okay.
I'll write it on my old shoes. Oh, can I just say Russia again? I don't know why I get a Russia. I'm getting.
No, because I said France at the start and then it came up, right?
Yeah,
so
I'm getting a Russia vibe.
I say Italy actually, because Italians and shoes and stuff. So that one, and because I've nothing else to base it on. Ooh, Greek. Close, Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Right.
Close.
What is it?
Kind of close.
Kitos. What you say? I'm not going to say that sentence. I've no idea how to. That looks like pie. It's pie.
So
it's Greek, right?
I'll write it on my old shoes. What could that mean? I'll write it on my old shoes.
I would say I won't remember it. Like I'm not.
That's that's an interesting
I'm not
take.
gonna bother.
I will say I'll write it on my old shoes. Jeez, I can't even fathom what that could mean. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's tricky to kind of.
I'm gonna steal what you said and
You can do that.
okay. Let's
allow it.
What does it mean? I don't care about it. That's kind of as in you're like forget about it easily.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of indifferent to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we get a little bit.
Yay!
Yeah, savage. Great stuff. All right. To have a wooden face. Wow, that's rough. That's a rough one. That's like someone that doesn't moisturize, right?
Maybe
have a wooden face.
Have a wooden face. I think it's more like a poker face kind of thing.
Ah, yeah, actually,
maybe.
That's probably it. Yeah.
To have a wooden face, I'd say that's something that they say in like Poland
Poland.
or somewhere down that like somewhere Eastern Europe somewhere.
Yeah, it sounds like Slavic.
I think it's Eastern European. Yeah.
I'll go Russia for this one actually.
Brazil. No,
Jesus.
completely not. So, and what was it? I'd have a wooden face. Yeah, I think it means to have a good poker face, but then that could be. What do you reckon?
I'd probably go with that one. Yeah, probably poker face, like stiff face.
Stiff-faced. To be shameless. Not quite the same, not at all.
That's a tricky one because that can mean a lot of things, like to have, like to be emotionless as well, like a letting face, right?
Who's in charge of the buzzers there? They're
That's Pete, though. He
about
loves doing that.
40 seconds too bloody late every time.
Yeah, look at him smiling. He's like having a great laugh there. He's just like, let me press the bad buzzer. Yeah, get it wrong, guys.
Okay, right. To swallow rattlesnakes. This has to come from a country that has rattlesnakes, right?
Yeah.
So maybe one of the African nations. Do they have rattlesnakes?
I couldn't. I thought I was just going to say the States.
Does this
Texas.
actually? Yeah, it is the States that has.
Yeah. Actually, Mexico.
Are rattlesnakes common all over the world, or is it a like
desert thing? So.
Okay.
Africa probably would be a little bit maybe north.
I'm gonna say Mexico because you just reminded me that that's a.
You can't say Mexico. I'm saying Mexico.
No. Right. Okay.
No,
I'm going to say
the same one.
To swallow rattlesnakes. I'm going to say Ecuador.
Ecuador. You
No,
sure?
because that's more rainforest,
No,
isn't
I don't
it?
think you feel. No, I'd say go with Mexico. We go with Mexico.
Mexico.
We go with Mexico. France.
France. What?
What? That's a joke.
Have they always had rattlesnakes
wrong,
in
Pico.
France? Remind me that next time I try to plan a holiday to France.
What do
right.
you think it means? It's a weird one.
To swallow rattlesnakes means to say when you put your foot in your mouth.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just go with that one as well, to be honest.
To make someone swallow their lies. What does that even? That's not even a phrase in English. What does that mean? To make someone swallow their lies. Okay, as in
I don't know.
maybe when you reveal someone as lying. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. To learn their lesson because they lie.
Maybe.
Having to breeze.
To fill the sausage.
Fill the sausage. Wow. That's.
Is that a German one? Is that a German one?
That sounds uncomfortable. To fill the sausage.
I think
that has to be German.
It's probably German.
But you would know that.
But I'm not familiar with it. But like
maybe it's Polish.
But
you know what? We thought rattlesnake was like somewhere where there's rattlesnakes, but it's not.
So it could be as in somewhere in Europe that does a lot of sausages. So that's that's a lot of European countries, I suppose.
True.
To fill the sausage. I'm not going to say Germany because
it's too obvious.
Yeah. So let's go with or Austria or Switzerland. I suppose. Would have the same phraseology. Like, let's go with the Czech Republic.
I love how you're really calculating now. You're like, I really want to win this.
Let's go with the Czech Republic.
Okay, I'm gonna go for Austria then in that case because I'm feeling those kind of vibes.
Brazil.
What? Again?
Nice.
Jesus.
There's so many Brazilians here. I should have heard some of these.
She's from Brazil. She's probably just gonna be like,
for God's sake,
shouting at the TV, like, yeah. Anna, let us know if you're watching.
To fill a conversation with pointless chatter. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that name.
Yeah.
Caught with your beard in a mailbox.
That is.
Caught with your beard in a mailbox.
Why would that happen? I mean, maybe it would actually happen, right?
Copy and nosy.
caught being.
But sorry, we need to figure out where it's from first.
That's all right. You can do it.
Caught with your beard in a mailbox.
I think that sounds Scandinavian because of the beard thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Keito's pointing at me. Keito's going, yeah, maybe. I would say, yeah, I can see it, Keito. You just gave it away there.
Is it Lithuanian or something? Is it, or is it what? It's Scandinavian.
I'm not going to tell you now.
Okay, right. It is Scandinavian, right? Okay, I'm going to go with Sweden.
I'll go for Norway then. Oh, feck's sake. That's the first one we actually got, I think.
No, I had the German one.
Did you get? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there.
That one anyway. On. Give me a Polish. Actually, I wouldn't know a Polish one.
So Sweden, and I think it means to be.
I didn't know there was two E's in Sweden.
There definitely isn't. Somebody spelled Sweden wrong. So I think it means to get caught being nosy somewhere.
I would say it's actually means when somebody actually steals your answer and cheats on the show and doesn't deserve to win.
To be caught with your pants down.
That's another idiom.
Right, okay.
So we're giving an idiom with another idiom?
Exactly, yeah. Okay. What it's interchangeable with.
The closest idiom, yeah. Brent says he's been caught with his beard in a mailbox once or twice.
Is that true? Do you have a mailbox at home?
Well, it's really low, so what would he be doing down there? You know, I'd understand those American mailboxes that are outside, you know what I mean? Like, that's probably really easy to get your beard caught in that. But like...
So, to be caught with your pants down is from... to be caught with your beard in a mailbox. Sweet.
Brenton, are you sure you weren't just caught with your pants down instead, maybe?
So I got... How many points there? Is somebody keeping score, by the way?
Yeah, Keito's keeping score there.
It's raining axes sounds fairly Scandinavian as well.
That's pretty Scandinavian to me, yeah. Yeah.
But because we just had one, I don't think they'd do that with however many countries. They wouldn't do two Swedish ones in a row.
You never know.
What about it's raining axes? Who else uses axes? It's raining axes.
Guys, you can guess at home, by the way. You can guess in the comment section.
Where else do they have lots of axes?
I mean,
axes are fairly common, aren't they?
Quite middle-agey.
Yeah, it sounds kind of medieval-y, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's raining axes, like. I think I'm gonna go with Denmark.
Denmark, you're gonna go for the Scandinavian, or that's Scandinavian.
It is,
right? It is.
Yeah. They're the outsider.
Attached to them.
They're
He's the loser of the countries. Wait, hold on, I didn't guess. Right, I was gonna say Lithuania. What the hell?
No, you weren't.
Swear I was.
So it's raining axes.
It's raining heavily.
Means I was gonna say something completely different. So I have to say what I thought it meant is that. That's such a good guess, right? I should have just guessed that.
I thought it was obvious. No, it's raining.
It's raining axes.
Maybe it's not though. You never know. It could be a trick.
I thought it was going to be something to do with
apocalypse or something.
Like actual war, which is not the point of an idiom. So no, yeah.
No, it could be. Like idioms are quite like they can be quite old, right?
Yeah, true. Okay, yeah, no, I
not that war is old.
I concede. I don't know what it means, and he probably does. So what does it mean? It's raining cats and dogs, yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Obviously. Jeez, that didn't even pass.
Make sure you give me that half a point there, Keito, yeah? You better be counting this properly.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, Adam's keeping score, great.
Deadly.
Brent said...
I'm giving you half a point, Dave.
Oh, we can't hear you.
What?
I'm giving you half a point.
No, Adam's keeping score, so hopefully...
Oh, we are too, bud.
These are both. All right, we'll see who's actually properly keeping score then. We're going to compare your scores. Because I don't trust you, lads, right? All right, that's the end. We're done. Okay, great.
Okay, very curious to see how badly I did.
Well, we both kind of did, but we put up a good fight. We did well, and thanks so much for participating in Dubh Lee's, which is your own Meridian idioms. Let's do that again. So we just played
Dubh Lee's Meridian idioms.
That's our little cutout point there. Maybe a thumbnail too.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic, guys. We've got more music by Niamh by Dubh Lee.
What was the score?
Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm just stalling while we get the score.
Oh right, okay.
Are you serious?
Did I win?
Keito obviously miscounted. He said it's 5 to you and
5 to Dubh Lee.
Ah no.
1.5 to Dave.
Right.
That's not right.
It is right.
Is it right?
I don't trust you.
I'll take
guys,
it.
what do you think in chat? Dubh Lee, 5 points, and then I get 1.5. Adam, what are you saying?
1.5 and 5.
What?
Stop. The same. Yes.
Jesus.
3.
I got. What do you mean 3?
1.5 and 3.
Oh, she got 3. She got 3. I got 1.5.
I did steal one of.
He can't count. Yeah.
I did steal an answer. So yeah.
Look, she won anyway.
Still, I won.
Okay, fine. I'll give it to you. Jesus. All right. Fine.
The main thing is that I win.
Look.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
No, I don't care. I actually. Do you think I care? I don't. It's a stupid game anyway. I hate it. Right. Jesus.
Dubh Lee's Meridian Idioms.
Damn it. Okay, brilliant. So that was fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Did you have fun? Did you like?
Yeah,
you haven't done like something like this ever.
No, I was saying I've done plenty of radio interviews and stuff, but I haven't done a you're on the couch like Jonathan Ross style interview before. No.
Oh, that's very nice of you to compare me to Jonathan.
Yeah, better diction though you have.
Better diction, yeah. Not terrible at the idioms, but great diction. Yeah, I'll take it. Fantastic. So expecting an EP soon, so we're going to stay posted with you, right? Where's a good place for people to kind of check out your tunes? I know obviously Spotify. Where do you like guiding people to?
Please do have a listen to me on Spotify and YouTube. I post frequently enough to YouTube this weather.
Great.
And I think, if you want to be kept up to date with where I might be performing, whether that's live or online or whatever, always my Instagram and Facebook is where I do most of my announcements. So yeah, YouTube, Spotify for the tunes, and Instagram and Facebook for the announcements.
Absolute legend. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure physically being in presence with yourself as opposed to the 2D screen that we've been doing over the past year. So really awesome having you as a guest, and that was great crack. 2 more tunes by Dubh Lee, guys.